Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, Kuru, mad cow. All of these diseases are extremely rare and completely fatal. They're also different from what we think of as regular infectious diseases. Rather than being caused by, say, a virus or bacteria, these are called transmissible spongiform encephalopathies, and they're caused by proteins. First, I will give you a brief rundown on proteins themselves. Proteins are important for every function at the cellular level. For example, they can help speed up chemical reactions and allow for our body to move. Because of their importance, every cell makes proteins, and the instructions for how to make proteins is found in the DNA. Proteins are composed of hundreds or thousands of amino acids, and their sequence determines how they will fold. Their shape is very, very important because that's what determines its function. Our cells have pretty good safety nets to make sure our body makes the right kinds of proteins. If there's an error in protein production, our cells make sure to get rid of them. But if there's mutation in the DNA itself, it can be dangerous. Most genetic mutations are harmless. After all, they're what makes us unique, and we need genetic variety to thrive as a species. But some genetic mutations can be deadly. This is the cellular prion protein, commonly called the PRPC. Its specific function is unknown, but research suggests that it aids in what's called the myelin sheath, an insulative layer that surrounds neurons. The myelin sheath is important because it allows for neurons to send signals efficiently. So if it's damaged or completely absent, the entire nervous system can take a toll. What makes the prion proteins unique from other proteins is that when misshapen, it causes the regularly shaped PRPCs to change shape. This leads to a chain reaction of prion proteins misfolding, which leads to neurodegeneration, which is the loss of structure or function of neuron cells. It ultimately leads to neuron death. Let's break down the scary string of words I said at the beginning. Transmissible spongiform encephalopathy. Encephalopathy just means disease of the brain. Transmissible refers to how it can be spread to others. And in the case of prions, it's spread when deformed prion proteins come into contact with a healthy person's proteins. So if you're around somebody with a TSC, be sure to not eat their brains. Spongiform refers to how it affects the brain tissue. Under a microscope, the brain of somebody with a TSC is littered with holes. For reference, this is healthy brain tissue. This is caused by the aforementioned neurodegeneration wreaking havoc on the brain. A lot of research still needs to be done on prions to help develop better diagnostic tools and hopefully a cure for these diseases. Thank you for letting me pick at your brain today.